Greetings, true friends. Today I want to elaborate a bit on something I've touched on numerous occasions before, and that is regarding if you should listen to others. Now, the first key is, do they want the best for you? And in the case of most mothers and fathers, the answer is yes. And then the secondary question becomes, do they know what is up? And now, this video, I also want to take a stab at feminism and the notion that a child could grow up without a mother and father. Now, I'm not taking any stab at anyone who has grown up without a father. It's not your fault. But I also want to aware as many people as possible of the dangers of growing up without a father. Because as a child, when you listen to, voices of authority, like a maternal one and a paternal one, a masculine and feminine, it is really important that you have the masculine voice as a countercurrent towards the feminine one. Because if you only listen to your mother, if I had only a mother growing up, like, my mother is really protective, even to this day. And I've said to her, like, don't you see how fucking massive and juicy I am? And she's like, oh, I can see it with my eyes and my brain understands it, but in my heart you're still just a little bear cub that I have to protect. And that is, of course, very sweet of her, and I think the maternal instinct is one of the most beautiful things in nature. But realize that it can be detrimental to you as a man as well, if you have that sort of overprotective feminine quality that hovers over you without a masculine voice saying like, oh, you need to be pushed out in the world to hurt yourself a bit to grow as a man, like. And to take my upbringing as an example, I had a glorious brother also, and we wrestled a lot. We're adventurous as boys are. I don't know nowadays when most guys, when most children are in by the computer all the time, but either way, when we were small, out climbing trees, doing that sort of things. And my mother also was protective back then, and when we wrestled, she wasn't all too happy about it, but her father said, like, they're boys, let them be boys. And he as a man knew this, and she as a woman did not know this, because she's a woman, so she can't really understand when two boys are wrestling. It doesn't matter if someone stands on the sign and tell them to stop, because it's biological when two guys engage in a competition. It is not something that can be controlled from the outside. My father knew that, and said, this is cool, it is natural. And also to engage in, dangerous activities. I mean, you could fall down from a tree and break a limb, but hey ho, then you learn to be more careful next time. Whereas a mother perhaps would say that in the beginning that you shouldn't climb the tree in the first place, and then, shelter them so much that they don't experience those sort of things at all. Same thing when you grow up, like if you want to participate in some sort of martial arts, take a few hits to the face, and you have a mother that tries to protect you so much and she wants to protect you the entire life, and then you don't go out of that comfort zone. And this is also the case with a lot of guys growing up without a father, that their mother becomes overprotective for so long that they become dependent on her and don't step out. Like, a father would need to push you out and say, like, be a man now. And that is also because he cares about you. Your mother cares about you with her maternal instincts, and your father cares about you with his paternal instincts. But he also realized that as a man you need to do certain things, and you can't be sheltered and protected all the time. So, the main point of the video is, even if you have people who care about you very much, you should listen to the voice which resonates the best with a certain situation. And this obviously works both ways. Sometimes it's more prudent to listen to the maternal role model, your mother, in relationships, etc. Because she has a unique insight of, from the perspective of a woman. Then it's very good to listen to that. But when it comes to man stuff, listen to a man. When it comes to woman stuff, listen to a woman. Really easy, to be honest. And also, additional note to this video, I obviously love my mother very much, and I would not have wanted to grow up without her. You need the maternal voice just as much as the paternal one. But why I chose to focus on the paternal side was that that's more common than growing up without a mother. But like, if you grow up without a maternal role model, you will have a harder time to, understand women and everything like that. So, the maternal instinct is really fucking beautiful. Obviously, love my mother, great respect for her. And the paternal and maternal instinct works best together. As usual, men and women work together towards enlightenment. Men and women complement each other. So, I just want to have that said also. And who am I? I'm the juicy one. It's like, so, boom.